Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to episode 19 of Stephan's World Cup Review Show podcast. And this episode is a big one, guys. We finally arrived after 104 matches. Loads of drama, loads of great moments, loads of goals, and a fair bit of controversy with VAR and some refereeing decisions along the way. We've finally arrived at the big one, guys. The FIFA World Cup final preview show. In today's episode, we are going to be looking back at the third and fourth place playoff, or the bronze medal match as it's now known, between France and England. Let me tell you what game that was last night. We'll look back into that in just a minute. Then, of course, we will preview this year's the 2026 World Cup final between Spain and Argentina from New York, New Jersey. As always, guys, just a wee bit of housekeeping before we start this episode. If you're watching on the video format, all the social media handles are down the bottom, so please like, follow, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. It really does help us grow on every platform we're on, so thank you for that. And do tell your friends, and do share this podcast with your friends, because then they might subscribe and follow the channels. Do. If you're listening to this podcast in audio format, it will be available tomorrow from wherever you get your podcasts. And as you can see, if you're watching in video format, I've also given you a very special background screen today just for the World Cup final preview show. How cool is that? Now, like I said, guys, in today's episode we are going to be looking back at the third and fourth place playoff, or the bronze medal match from Miami, the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. We're going to be looking at that one first. And let me tell you guys, straight off the bat actually, now I did miss most of the match because I was at Snow Patrol last night, as many of you know, at Edinburgh Castle, but I caught the last 20 minutes. And obviously I was checking the scores throughout the time I was out, and I was getting friends to give me the scores, and at one point, ladies and gentlemen, it was 4-1 to France. And this was, of course, match 103 of 104, of course, the 104th and final match being tonight in New York, New Jersey. Now, you would think that the final would be the one for high goals and drama and all that kind of stuff, but no. Last night's match served up an absolute feast of goals. Now, like I said to you, at one point, it was, France were 3-0 up at one point. Then it went to 3-1. No, sorry. England were 3-0 up at one point. Then it went to 3-1, and then obviously it finished 6-4 to England. Now, remember what I said? If England go on the all attack, they would beat France, and they definitely did. They totally changed tactics, because listen to this. Declan Rice scored in 3 minutes. Israel Contra scored in 18 minutes. Bakio Saka got a hat-trick, 37 minutes, 45 plus 1, so injury time in the first half, and an 87-minute penalty got him his hat-trick. And then Bellingham rounded off the scoring in 90 plus 8 to make it 6 goals for England. But France came back right at the start of the second half. Kylian Mbappe scored in the 48th minute and the 66th minute. Barcola scored in the 54th, and Dembele scored in the 96th minute of the game in injury time to make it 6-4 to England. Now it just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, if you change your tactics from defence to attack, you can beat one of the best teams in the world. And they did. They won the bronze medal. They came third in the world at a world tournament. So we have to say, well done to England for finishing strongly. Commiserations to France for finishing fourth. But let me tell you, what a 20 minutes I saw. At half time, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. Guys, it was 4-0 to England, guys, at half time. So France done really, really well to mount that comeback in the second half. But ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, England finished third. Thomas Tuchel sent his boys off for a break happy. He did say afterwards in his interview that we are closing the gap to the bigger teams, and this was the first step to closing that gap. And he closed it. But he also said the boys were shattered, which is pretty fair because after their mammoth seasons with their clubs and going straight to a World Cup with not really having time to have too much of a break beforehand, it can be knackering. And also, guys, Didier Deschamps, that was his final game in charge of France last night. He now hands the reins over to Big Zinedine Zidane. What a team he's going to inherit, guys, with the likes of Dembele, Barcola, Mbappe, Rubio, McMahon and goal. What a team Zidane is waiting to inherit. It's going to be, I think it's going to be fun under Zinedine Zidane. I know Thomas Tuchel is definitely staying on as England manager to the home Euros and possibly beyond. He's publicly said that. England finished in a high. France finished fourth. What more can be said? But what a match. If you haven't seen the highlights, guys, go on your TV provider or go on to a streaming platform near you that will be showing the highlights because what an amazing game. It was end to end. It was almost like a basketball match for the final 10-20 minutes. So well done to both teams for putting on a show. And once again, well done to England for finishing third, and well done to France for finishing fourth. I know we say ABE on this channel, but really, it was well done to them in the end. Now, on to the reason why we're all here, guys. Tonight's match between Argentina and Spain is the 104th match of the tournament. Kick-off is in 5 hours and 49 minutes time at the time of recording this, which is the 19th of July 2026, and it's 2:10. Well, what can I say, guys? It's the European champions against the reigning and defending World Cup champions from Qatar 2022. The European champions Spain against the reigning and defending World Cup champions Argentina. And I don't think, guys, you could get more two fitting teams in the final with all their stars. It's been built as Messi versus Lamau as the final, and there was a very, very interesting photo of Lionel Messi holding Lamine Yamal as a baby circulating around on social media this week. So if you've not seen that, Google it and check it out. Tonight's match is in New Jersey, at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. It is live in the UK on ITV1, BBC One, STV, ITVX, BBC Sport website, STV Player, and BBC iPlayer. If you're watching or listening to this podcast from around the world, do check with your TV provider and your local listings for times. It also kicks off at 8 PM in the UK, guys. I am so looking forward to this one. I'm so looking forward to it. As in who's going to come out on top, I think this is going to be a very cagey affair. I don't think it's going to be very open at all. No. I think both teams will be very cagey, and when they get the chance, they will counter each other. They will definitely counter each other. Who's going to come out on top in terms of Lamar and Messi? That's a tough one. It's almost like teacher versus a master student, isn't it? Because when Yamal's 19 and Messi's what, 38, 39 now? Oh, it's going to be a good game tonight. I can't call it, guys. Do you know what I reckon? I reckon it's going to go all the way to penalties, folks. I really do. And it's going to come down to just one mistake. Or, on the other hand, one moment of brilliance could win the World Cup final. And the referee is from Slovenia. Slavko Vinicic is the referee, with the fourth official is Adham Mohamed Tuma Makemea. I've probably totally butchered that name, but well done to those guys for getting the World Cup final kick. Refereeing in the World Cup final is one of the most prestigious jobs you could do as a referee, whatever organisation you're with, whether it be UEFA, CONCACAF, you name it. It's a very, very prestigious job, and well done to the referees for getting that gig. But like I say, guys, I can't call this. Please put your thoughts in the comments and let us know who is going to win the World Cup final. It's going to be really tight. We're going to see lots of flicks, lots of tricks, lots of possession-based football from either team, or soccer if you're in the US and Canada. Oh man, it's going to be so great. I can't wait. It kicks off at 8 o'clock. It's going to be an occasion of flair, prestige. Do you know, Gianni Infantino said that this was, and I quote, the greatest sporting occasion on earth, outwitting Apollo 13 landing, the first Brit on the moon since first Brit in space, rather, not on the moon, since the 1980s in Tempe. Outwent all those world events. This World Cup apparently has been the greatest occasion in all mankind, according to Gianni Infantino. And apparently Donald Trump will be at this game as well. This will be the one and only game he attends of this World Cup. I wonder if he'll be giving out the medals at the end. I just wonder, because in the third and fourth place playoff, it was actually Serena Wiegman of the England women's team, manager or head coach, and Serena Williams that was giving out the medals. So could Donald Trump be doing that? You just don't know. What players am I looking forward to see tonight? Well, obviously, Lamine Yamal, Messi, you've got Olafabo, you've got Lisandro Martinez, you've got Emi Martinez, you've got, who else do you have? McAllister of Argentina. And for Spain, obviously, you've got, well, really it's Lamine Yamal, you've got Olafabo, you've got loads of great players, but I think, if you were asking me, folks, who's going to win? Who is going to win? Who's going to win, Steph? Who's going to win? Right. Argentina penalties. There we go. Through gritted teeth, I've given you my prediction. Argentina to win it on penalties. Now, it's fair to say that both teams, well, more so Argentina actually, have had a bit of a rocky road of results to get to the final. Yes, they've won their games obviously, but we've had a few scares on the way from Cape Verde being one and Egypt in the round of 16. Wow. How Argentina pulled out of the fire, I will never know. Spain had a similar incident to Argentina in the first group game against Cape Verde. It was a 0-0 draw. But apart from that, guys, Spain's not had really any rocky incidents to report, apart from that draw against Cape Verde. So, guys, who are you rooting for? Do let me know in the comments, folks. And I tell you what, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with a look back at the World Cup final and the World Cup as a whole. Like I say, guys, I think Argentina's going to do it, but it's going to go all the way to penalties. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave you to enjoy the World Cup final of 2026. We will be back tomorrow with a special episode looking back on the World Cup final. Until then, guys, as always, keep it wheelie, keep it real, subscribe, like, and follow all the platforms that we're on. Enjoy the World Cup final tonight, guys. Take care, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye for now.